The Nikon D850 is critically acclaimed to be one of the best cameras ever made by Nikon. It's a fan favorite among multiple professional photographers and enthusiasts for being the high-resolution DSLR cameras from Nikon. But wait, a DSLR camera in 2024 instead of using a mirrorless camera? That's what you might be thinking. Going back to a tech that has become mundane for the last 5 to 6 years since the inception of the mirrorless cameras is pretty bizarre, but that's what we're going to cover in this video and let you know why this could be your camera of choice in 2024, despite being an older DSLR camera. The D850 has a high-resolution 45.7 megapixel sensor, capable of pumping out high-quality pictures with amazing details. Even the newer Z8 and Z9 from Nikon, one of their high-end cameras released much later compared to the D850, have the same exact sensor. The D850 can produce rich shadows and highlights, with sharp images and an excellent dynamic range. The D850 can still handle any occasions or outings you require it to. From wildlife photography and weddings to studio shoots, the D850 will give you high-quality photos every time, whether it's portraits, landscapes, or outdoor shoots. The D850 has 3 resolution modes it can shoot at: 11 megapixels, 25 megapixels, and 45 megapixels. You can choose the resolution you need for as per your requirements and the event you're going to shoot in. You don't always need to shoot in 45 megapixels, especially at weddings. What matters most is capturing every special moment with a fast shutter speed and consistent clicks. That's where the 25 megapixel mode shines. It's detailed enough and keeps you moving quickly. Now, for something like an inventory shoot, where speed is everything and detail isn't the top priority, the 11 megapixel mode is a lifesaver. You can shoot products super fast without slowing down. And the best part? The D850 creates full RAW files no matter what resolution you shoot in. They're not scaled-down versions, just smaller, easier-to-handle files for editing. No extra hassle, just efficiency. The D850 has an amazing autofocus function that lets you blaze through frames. With a 153-point autofocus system and a dedicated processor, it ensures your shots stay sharp and on target. It also shoots up to 9 frames per second, which is plenty fast to keep up with the action. For night photography, it's a reliable tool. You can push the ISO up to 3200, pair it with a longer exposure and a tripod, and capture impressive low-light shots. Figuratively, it's a great companion for those nyctophiles out there ready to capture their favorite spots after the sun has gone down and darkness has settled in. The autofocus even works on a great range in low-light settings as well. The Nikon D850 shoots stunning 4K UHD videos at 30 fps with a full-frame 16:9 aspect ratio. That full-frame view gives you a natural wide field of view, none of that cropped look you see in some other cameras. Now, while it doesn't support 4K at 60 fps, it does let you record at 60 fps in 1080p, which is great for smooth footage. Want to shoot in slow motion? You can do that in 1080p at 60 fps too. One thing to keep in mind is that the D850 records in 8-bit color depth instead of the more advanced 10-bit you'll find in newer models. For most people, though, the video quality is still fantastic and more than enough for creating great-looking content. The D850's 8-bit color depth means you get a slightly less dynamic range in colors compared to newer models. But don't worry, you can still use the available color profiles to get better color performance from it. Plus, it can shoot incredible 8K time-lapses, which is a big bonus for creative projects. Sure, the video quality might feel a bit dated compared to today's advanced features and tech, but when you consider the price and the stunning still photos this camera produces, it feels like a fair trade-off. Some of the other features that makes the D850 a standout amongst fans is its build quality. The camera is ergonomic, compact for the tech stuffed in it. It is lighter compared to some of the other cameras, making it easier to carry for long extended periods of time. Since photographers have to carry these equipment for hours on end, this takes a lesser toll on said photographers physically. The battery life of the D850 is also one of the things that attract photographers thanks to its viewfinder being an optical one instead of being electric. The extended battery life of the D850 is a huge relief, especially if you're tired of carrying multiple batteries that add extra weight to your gear. It's incredibly handy for activities like wildlife photography or astrophotography, where setting up the perfect shot can take a long time. Imagine spending 20-30 minutes lining up the ideal frame, only for your battery to run out right at the crucial moment. That's a frustration you won't face with the D850. Its battery lasts long enough to keep up with your creative process without constant interruptions. The D850 has a lot of compatibility with Nikon's lineup of lenses, making it a versatile weapon of choice. With tons of lenses from Nikon and third-party companies like Sigma and Tamron, the D850 can support lenses in all shapes and sizes for all your photography needs. Plus, let's be honest, most of the time, upgrading your lens is much more important than just upgrading the body of your camera. Not to say that you shouldn't upgrade your body, but there's always a time and place when you need to think of the opportunity cost of what to upgrade. Thanks to it being 2024 now, even the prices of these lenses have gone down a lot. We mean a lot. So you'll also save a large chunk of your money, with which you can buy other lenses. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Now, the price. Since the D850 came out in 2017, they're going at almost half the price of one of the newer models from Nikon's lineup, like the Z8 or Z9 mirrorless cameras. You can pick up a brand new D850 from Nikon's website for $2,200 USD. The fact that Nikon is still manufacturing this camera from 7 years ago and selling them officially says a lot about these units and how they're standing the test of time. For the used segment, you can get one in decent condition for under $1,700. That's a bargain if you ask me. Compared to the price of a brand new Z8 or Z9, I'd say pretty sweet deal, considering that you have to either get a lens adapter to make all your old lenses compatible with the newer models, or flat out buy a bunch of new lenses. Trust me, you'll be saving thousands of dollars. So, is it still worth it in 2024? The answer isn't as straightforward as a simple yes or no. It comes down to what are your photography needs, and role as a photographer. If you need the latest technology and 10-bit color with 4K 60 FPS shooting capabilities, then this camera isn't for you. But if it's amazing stills and images that are sharp and give out great details with a lot of compatible lenses and top-notch night photography at the fraction of the cost of a new Z8 or Z9, then the D850 is still a top choice. So there you have it, the Nikon D850 after 7 years. Thanks for watching. If this helped you out, don't forget to like, comment, and if you're into content like this, consider subscribing for more.